Jaws, as I've said, is special to me, so I'm going to kick us off. We're going to put 5 minutes on the clock. And so, yeah, welcome to the 5-minute summary of Jaws. On your mark. Joe, count me down.
3, 2, 1.
So, Jaws opens on a beach, and there are these like people partying on the beach, and they're like teenagers, and then this lady kind of makes eyes at this other dude, and they go out night swimming, and he's like drunk, so he can't make it in, and so then she goes out skinny dipping, and out of the depths of the darkness, you see her swimming above, and then she gets yanked around and screams horribly. And then she gets yanked around and screams horribly again. And then she gets pulled underwater, never to be seen again.
Ever.
Jaws! Yeah, that's like the most exciting part of the movie. No, not really. But, yeah, so then they find her dead body on the beach the next day, and they call Sheriff Brody over, and he's like, this is a shark. It's bad. We got to close the beaches. And the mayor's like, hold on, man. It's 4th of July weekend. We're not going to close the beach or talk about sharks. I'm sure it's just a scavenger situation. Which apparently, according to some dude on Rogan's podcast, that actually is the truth. But I only have 4 minutes left. So anyway, so then they don't close the beaches and the people go back to the beach. And then a kid gets killed by a shark on a raft. And it's real bad. And the town freaks out because the kid was just there at the beach. And they're all like really super upset about it. And so then they call in like an expert who's Richard Dreyfuss, and then they're like, the whole town freaks out and starts hunting after the shark. And then what happens, Joe?
Well, Richard Dreyfuss gets called in, and the mayor's still trying to call it hogwash. But finally, the 4th of July day hits. Everyone's come in from out of town, and they're hanging out on the beach. They're out. One group paves the way for getting out in the water, but then a fin pokes up out of the water. Everybody freaks out. Whistles get blown. They come running back to the beach. Turns out it was just a couple kids. But in the meantime, Brody's son and some of his friends are in the little bay pond, and the shark has made its way in. There's another man on a little jetty thing, little boat, hanging out by the boys. In comes Jaws. That guy gets knocked off his boat and chomped up. And then Brody's son gets real shocked. He freaked out. They have to pull him out of the water, but he's fine. All the other boys make it out fine. But now it is for real, and the mayor knows it. And Brody basically forces the mayor to sign this ledger to hire Mr. Quint to track down the shark. Brody goes to Mr. Quint. Oh, we missed an important scene. Brody and Dreyfuss had gone looking they got drunk and gone looking in the middle of the night for the shark.
So they caught a shark between those two beach scenes. They caught a shark.
Oh, right.
And then they thought, the mayor's like, that's the shark. And the Richard Dreyfuss is like, no, that's not the shark. And then that's when they basically go get drunk and they cut open the shark's belly. And then they like, don't find a boy in there. So they're like, this is not the shark. And so Brody's there on the beach, like, while everyone's swimming. And he's like, I know that wasn't the shark, but I can't do anything about it because the mayor's got me all, chained up, basically. And so then after the other man dies, the mayor has no choice but to let him hire Quint. And he and Quint and Richard Dreyfuss all go out on this boat to catch Jaws. And then the rest of the movie is just them out on a boat.
Yep. We get a really good monologue from Quint.
Some good character development.
Oh, yeah. That one is intense. He had been in the Navy, and Japanese U-boat had sunk their ship, and over 1,000 men had been thrown into the drink. And over many days before they were rescued, sharks circled them and chomped them down. They lost nearly 800 men, and it's why he has chased sharks his whole life. So eventually they get some harpoons stuck into Jaws.
Yeah, it's cool. They like shoot him, and then they throw these barrels out after him, and then that like slows him down, kind of like you would drag like a fish, which a shark is a type of fish. Crazy.
Big fish. So the air tanks drags Jaws around. He gets tired out, but also gets pissed off. So eventually he starts coming back to the boat and ripping it up.
Yeah,
Death
he's so
sent-
big he just rips the boat up. It's awesome.
Yeah. Hooper goes in the shark cage, goes down, gets in a fight with Jaws, gets away. Quint gets chomped up,
He gets
eaten, and then
Brody throws a scuba tank into his mouth, and then and then he shoots it with the
Shoots
gun
it.
and it explodes.
blows it up.
That's
And
it.
Hooper and Brody make it out alive.
Well, there's our 5-minute summary. If you just saw that on YouTube, go ahead and listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Blockbuster Buffs. We out.